The challenge. In a distant galaxy, a massive space station floated silently among the stars. This was the Galactic Arena, where species from all over the universe gathered to showcase their abilities. On this day, the buzz in the air was electric as a group of aliens, known as the Xyrans, prepared to watch the humans compete. The Xyrans were tall, with shimmering blue skin and multiple eyes that glowed in the dim light. They were renowned for their advanced technology and physical prowess. Many considered them the strongest species in the galaxy. As they lounged in their viewing pods, they began to mock the humans who were setting up for a series of sports competitions. "Look at them," one of the Xyrans sneered, pointing with a long, slender finger. "They think their primitive games can challenge us." Another Xyrans added, "What are they going to do? Throw a ball around? How pathetic." A group of humans, led by a confident young man named Alex, overheard the jeers. Alex had a passion for sports and believed that human activities were more than mere games. They required teamwork, strategy, and strength. Anger bubbled inside him as he listened to the aliens laugh. He turned to his fellow humans. "We can't let them think we're weak. We need to show them what we can do." One of his friends, Maria, nodded. "But how? They have advanced technology and are much bigger than us." Alex smiled. "That's just it. We may not have their strength or size, but we have heart and skill. Let's challenge them to compete in our sports." With newfound determination, Alex stepped forward and shouted at the Xyrans, "We challenge you to a series of sports competitions. If you think you're so strong, let's see you play." The Xyrans paused, their laughter fading. They had never seen a human stand up to them like this. The leader of the Xyrans, a tall figure named Korek, raised an eyebrow. "You want to compete in your silly games. What makes you think we will accept this challenge?" Alex took a deep breath. "Because our sports are not just games. They require skill and strategy. If you win, you can say humans are weak. But if we win, you will respect us." The Xyrans whispered among themselves, their curiosity piqued. Finally, Korek grinned. "Very well. We accept your challenge. Prepare yourselves for humiliation." The humans cheered, excitement coursing through them. They quickly gathered to discuss which sports to showcase. Basketball, soccer, and rugby were chosen, games that relied on teamwork and skill. As they practiced, Alex emphasized the importance of communication. "We need to work as a team. We can't let their size intimidate us." Maria chimed in. "We need to make sure we know the rules inside and out. They may try to cheat." Days turned into nights as they trained tirelessly, preparing for the biggest challenge of their lives. The Xyrans, confident in their abilities, did not take the humans seriously. They saw the upcoming matches as mere entertainment. Finally, the day of the first game arrived. The Galactic Arena was filled with spectators from different planets, eager to watch the showdown. A large banner hung above, proclaiming "Humans versus Xyrans, the ultimate challenge." As the teams took the field, the atmosphere was electric. The Xyrans stood tall, their muscles gleaming under the bright lights. The humans, smaller in stature, looked determined, their faces set with resolve. Korek shouted to his team, "These games will be over quickly. Show them our strength." Alex responded, "Let's show them our spirit. We're here to prove that human sports are not to be underestimated." With the crowd roaring, the first whistle blew, marking the start of the competition. As the players moved into position, the fate of their species hung in the balance. Would the humans prove their worth, or would the Xyrans teach them a harsh lesson? The games were about to begin, and neither side knew just how much they would learn about each other in the process. "You said, the first game." The atmosphere in the Galactic Arena buzzed with excitement as spectators from various planets gathered. Alex and his team stood on one side of the field, their hearts pounding. The Xyrans, towering and muscular, took their place on the other side. Korek, the Xyrans' leader, had a confident smirk on his face. The first game was basketball, a sport requiring agility and strategy. The humans knew they had to rely on their speed and teamwork. The referee blew the whistle, and the game began. Immediately, the Xyrans charged forward, their long strides covering ground quickly. They grabbed the ball and attempted to score, but Alex was ready. He darted in front of Korak, stealing the ball with a swift move. The crowd gasped in surprise. "Pass it," Maria shouted, sprinting towards the hoop. Alex tossed her the ball, and she made a perfect shot. The ball swooshed through the net, and the human team erupted in cheers. The Xyrans, shocked but unfazed, retaliated. Korak called for a strategy, and the aliens moved with a new intensity. They quickly passed the ball among themselves, showing off their skills. But the humans were determined, using their speed to keep up with the Xyrans. With each point scored, the tension grew. The Xyrans began to realize that these human sports were not as easy as they had mocked. As the game progressed, the humans maintained their lead, much to the astonishment of the crowd. However, halfway through, fatigue set in for the humans. They were smaller and needed to pace themselves. Korak saw this as an opportunity. "Now is our chance. Let's finish this." With a sudden surge, the Xyrans pushed hard, stealing the ball and making several quick baskets. The crowd cheered for their strength, but Alex and his team did not back down. They regrouped, strategizing a plan to counter the Xyrans' aggressive play. "Stick together," Alex yelled. "We need to outsmart them." In the final minutes of the game, with the score tied, the pressure was intense. The Xyrans were confident they would win, but the humans were determined to prove themselves. Maria made a daring move, faking the shot and passing the ball to Alex instead. He took it and sprinted toward the basket. The Xyrans closed in, but Alex was quick on his feet. With a powerful jump, he made the shot just as Korak reached for him. The ball sailed through the air and swished into the net. The crowd erupted in cheers, and the humans celebrated. They had won the first game against all odds. Panting and exhilarated, Alex looked at his teammates. "We did it. We really did it." But Korak was not finished. His pride was wounded, and he challenged the humans to a rematch. The tension was palpable as the next game was set. As they left the court, Alex felt a surge of confidence. They had shown the Xyrans that humans could compete. However, he knew the battles ahead would be even tougher. The challenge had only just begun. "You said, the rematch." The galactic arena buzzed with anticipation as the humans and Xyrans prepared for the rematch. Alex felt a mix of excitement and nerves. They had proven themselves in the first game, but the Xyrans would come back stronger. The stakes were higher this time, with Korak promising to show no mercy. The game started, and the Xyrans were fierce. They played aggressively, using their size to intimidate the humans. Korak quickly snatched the ball and scored, sending the crowd into a frenzy. But the humans didn't back down. They regrouped, reminding themselves of their earlier success. Maria, with her quick thinking, proposed a new tactic. "We need to focus on teamwork and quick passes. Let's keep moving." With a renewed sense of purpose, Alex passed the ball to Maria, who darted past a Xyrans player. She made a fast shot, but this time Korak was ready. He blocked her attempt, catching the ball and charging down the court. Alex sprinted after him, determined to stop him. "Don't let him score," he shouted. The crowd roared as Korak attempted another basket. But just as he was about to shoot, Alex leaped up, narrowly blocking the shot. The ball bounced off the rim and landed in the hands of Jake, another teammate. "I got it," he yelled, dribbling quickly to the other end. The humans were now in a rhythm, working together to keep the Xyrans at bay. As the game continued, it became clear that the Xyrans were frustrated. They couldn't understand how these smaller creatures were able to keep up. Alex and his team's agility and clever plays were proving effective against the Xyrans' brute strength. Suddenly, during a fast break, Maria twisted her ankle. She fell to the ground, and the game paused. The Xyrans smirked, thinking they had an advantage. But Alex rushed to Maria's side. "Can you walk?" he asked urgently. "I think so." She winced but nodded, determined not to let her team down. With Maria back on her feet, the game resumed. But now the Xyrans were even more aggressive. Korak, seeing an opportunity, charged at Alex, trying to intimidate him. Alex felt a surge of fear but stood his ground. "Stay focused," he reminded himself. The ball was passed to him, and he quickly dribbled it past Korak, who lunged but missed. The humans worked in perfect harmony, passing the ball fluidly. They executed plays they had practiced tirelessly, their trust in each other growing stronger. With only a few minutes left on the clock, the score was tied. The crowd was on the edge of their seats as the clock ticked down. Alex felt the pressure. With one last push, he sprinted towards the hoop, dodging the Xyrans' defender. Korak was right behind him. But Alex was faster. He leaped, shooting the ball just before landing. The crowd gasped as the ball arced high through the air, heading for the hoop. Time seemed to slow as it hit the rim and bounced. Would it go in? It swished through the net. The arena erupted in cheers as the humans scored the winning point. They had done it again. Exhilarated, Alex and his team celebrated, but Korak's face was a mix of disbelief and anger. "This isn't over," he growled, but Alex just smiled. They had faced the challenge and come out victorious. As they left the court, Alex felt a sense of unity with his teammates. They had proven themselves, not just as players, but as humans who could stand against any alien challenge. The Xyrans might have mocked them, but they were learning that humans were not to be underestimated. The battle for respect had only just begun. The new alliance. After their stunning victory against the Xyrans, the humans felt a wave of excitement and relief wash over them. They had not only won the game, but also gained a measure of respect from the aliens. Alex and his teammates knew this was just the beginning. As they left the arena, a group of Xyrans approached them. Korak, still looking a bit bruised from defeat, spoke up. "You humans are not as weak as we thought," he said, his tone serious yet impressed. "We underestimated you." Alex glanced at his teammates, surprised by this unexpected acknowledgement. "Thanks, Korak," he replied. "You put up a great fight. We learned a lot from you." Korak nodded, a glint of newfound respect in his eyes. "Perhaps we can work together," he suggested. "The Galactic Council is planning a tournament, and teams from different planets will compete. Maybe a human team could join us." Maria, overhearing the conversation, jumped in excitedly. "That would be amazing, but we'll need to train hard. The competition will be fierce." Korak smiled for the first time. "We can help each other. Our strength combined could be unstoppable." As the humans discussed the proposal, they felt a bond forming with the Xyrans. They were no longer just competitors but allies. The next few weeks were filled with intense training. The Xyrans taught the humans new strategies, while the humans introduced the Xyrans to their unique playing styles. They laughed, joked, and even faced challenges together. The differences between their species faded as they focused on their shared goal, winning the tournament. One evening, as they practiced under the stars, Alex noticed the Xyrans becoming more comfortable with the humans. Korak and Maria were leading a drill, demonstrating a new tactic. "You need to use your speed," Korak instructed. "And remember, communication is key." Maria nodded. "Just like we practiced. Let's go again." The laughter and camaraderie echoed through the training ground, a sign of their growing friendship. However, the tournament date was approaching, and pressure mounted. Both teams knew they had to be ready. The Galactic Council had high expectations, and they didn't want to disappoint anyone. On the day of the tournament, the arena was packed with spectators from all over the galaxy. Bright banners waved, and cheers filled the air. Alex felt a rush of excitement and nerves. He looked at his team, all dressed in their new uniforms, a blend of human and Xyrans designs. As they stepped onto the court, the crowd erupted. The atmosphere was electric, and they could feel the weight of the moment. They were not just representing themselves, they were representing a new alliance. The first game was against a fierce team from the planet Veraxis. Their opponents were known for their speed and agility. The whistle blew, and the game began. Alex and Korak worked in tandem, using their combined strengths. The Xyrans provided muscle, while the humans used their quick reflexes to dodge the Veraxis players. As the game progressed, the score was neck and neck. With only a minute left, the score was tied. The Xyrans looked to Korak for leadership. "We can do this," he shouted, rallying his team. Maria dribbled down the court, passing to Alex. He faked left, drawing the Veraxis defender. Then, with a quick pivot, he passed to Korak, who was wide open near the basket. Korak charged toward the hoop, his powerful frame a blur of motion. As he leaped for the shot, the crowd held its breath. The ball soared through the air, and with a resounding thud, it hit the backboard before falling through the net. The arena erupted in cheers as the humans and Xyrans celebrated. They had won their first game, but this was just the beginning. With their new alliance and the lessons learned, they were ready to take on the galaxy together. Alex felt a sense of pride wash over him. They were no longer just individuals from different worlds. They were a team. And together, they were unstoppable. The real journey was just starting, and the bonds formed here would last a lifetime. Facing the champions, the tournament was in full swing, and the newly formed human Xyran team was surprising everyone. After their thrilling victory over Veraxis, they gained confidence and respect from the other teams. But the competition was far from over. The next round matched them against the reigning champions, the Veraxians. Known for their brutal playing style and fierce tactics, the Veraxians had never lost a tournament. As Alex watched them warm up, he felt a mix of excitement and anxiety. Their muscular builds and intense focus were intimidating. As the game began, the atmosphere shifted. The Veraxians quickly took control, demonstrating their speed and strength. Alex and Korak strategized, trying to find openings to exploit. Maria passed the ball to Alex, who attempted a layup. The Veraxian defender swatted it away, sending it flying. "Stay focused," Korak shouted. "We have to work together." The first half ended with the Veraxians leading by 10 points. Alex felt discouraged, but Korak urged the team to regroup. "We can't give up. Remember our training." During the break, they analyzed their mistakes and made a plan. "We need to use our speed and creativity," Maria suggested. "Let's keep moving and pass quickly." As the second half began, they executed their new strategy. Alex dribbled the ball down the court, dodging a Veraxian. He passed to Korak, who charged forward. Korak was determined. He had something to prove. With each play, the humans and Xyrans grew stronger. They started closing the gap. Maria made an incredible steal and passed to Alex, who launched a three-pointer. The crowd erupted as the ball swooshed through the net. "Great shot," Korak cheered. They were finally finding their rhythm. As the clock ticked down, the score was tied. The Veraxians were rattled, and their aggressive tactics became reckless. Alex saw an opportunity. He faked a move to the left and then passed to Korak, who was unguarded under the basket. Korak, with fierce determination, leaped and scored. The crowd went wild. They were ahead for the first time in the game. But the Veraxians weren't done yet. They fought back hard, and with only seconds left, they were closing in. Alex knew they had to defend fiercely. They formed a wall, pushing back against the Veraxians. As the final seconds ticked away, the Veraxians took one last desperate shot. Time slowed as the ball sailed through the air. With a loud crash, the buzzer went off just as the ball hit the rim and bounced away. They had done it. The humans and Xyrans erupted in celebration, realizing they had defeated the champions. Alex hugged Korak, filled with joy. "We did it." Korak grinned. Together, we can take on anyone. As they celebrated, the camaraderie between the humans and Xyrans grew stronger. They were no longer just teammates. They were friends and allies. With each victory, they built a bridge between their worlds. The next challenge awaited them, but they felt ready. With newfound skills and a deep bond, they knew they could face anything together. The tournament was more than just a game. It was a chance to prove that unity could overcome any barrier. As they left the arena, Alex looked at his friends. They had started as rivals but had become a powerful team. Whatever came next, they would face it side by side, united by their shared victories and dreams. You said, the final showdown. As the tournament progressed, excitement filled the air. With each victory, the human Xyron team gained momentum and a growing fan base, but they knew the biggest challenge was yet to come. The final match against the ruthless, undefeated Krakens. Alex felt a mix of anticipation and nervousness as they prepared. This is it, he said to Korek and Maria. We've come so far. Let's give it our all. In the locker room, their coach reviewed the game plan. The Krakens are tough, but we have strength in our teamwork. Stick to our strategy, and we can win. When the game began, the atmosphere was electric. The Krakens were massive, their dark scales gleaming under the arena lights. They boasted unmatched power, known for their aggressive plays and fierce competitiveness. The whistle blew, and the Krakens took immediate control. They played with raw strength, pushing the human Xyron team back. Alex struggled to keep up, feeling overwhelmed by their speed and size. Keep moving, Korek shouted, rallying the team. We can't let them intimidate us. Alex took a deep breath, reminding himself of their training. He remembered the hard work, the late nights practicing, and the bond they had formed. They needed to rely on each other now more than ever. As the game continued, the Kraken scored the first points, demonstrating their dominance. But Alex and Korek refused to back down. They began to play more aggressively, finding small gaps in the Kraken's defense. Maria made an amazing move, dodging a Kraken and scoring a layup. The crowd erupted, fueling their determination. The score was still close, but their spirits lifted. In a crucial moment, the Krakens unleashed a powerful attack, catching the human Xyron team off guard. But instead of panicking, Alex and Korek communicated quickly, deciding to counterattack. With a quick pass, Korek sent the ball to Alex. He made a daring shot, and it swooshed through the net. The crowd went wild. Now the game intensified. Both teams fought hard, exchanging points and showcasing their skills. The Krakens, though fierce, were beginning to show signs of frustration. As the final quarter approached, the score was tied. It was a true test of endurance and skill. Alex could feel his heart racing, adrenaline coursing through him. He looked at his teammates, seeing their determination mirrored in their faces. "Let's finish this," Alex shouted, igniting a spark in everyone. With renewed energy, they implemented their strategy. They moved as one fluid unit, passing the ball quickly and using their speed to outmaneuver the Krakens. The tide was shifting. In the final moments of the game, the Krakens made one last push. They were desperate to reclaim the lead, their players throwing everything they had into one final attack. But the human Xyron team stood firm. With seconds left on the clock, Alex found himself face to face with a towering Kraken. Instead of backing down, he remembered their training and stood his ground. As the Kraken attempted a shot, Alex leaped, blocking the ball and sending it spiraling away. The buzzer sounded, echoing through the arena. They had done it. The human Xyron team emerged victorious, securing their place as champions. The crowd erupted in cheers, celebrating their incredible achievement. Alex, Korek, and Maria hugged tightly, filled with joy and disbelief. As they celebrated, Alex realized that they had not just won a game. They had proven that unity and friendship could conquer even the toughest challenges. Together, they had forged a bond that would last beyond the tournament, a testament to their strength and resilience. "Now, we are truly unstoppable," Korak exclaimed, grinning from ear to ear. With hearts full of pride, they looked forward to their next adventure, ready to face whatever challenges awaited them. Side by side, the aftermath. The arena buzzed with excitement as the champions celebrated their hard-earned victory. Alex, Korak, and Maria stood together, their hearts racing with joy. The crowd chanted their names, a sound that echoed in their ears and filled them with pride. In the aftermath of the game, media from across the galaxy flocked to interview them. "How does it feel to defeat the Krakens?" one reporter asked. Alex smiled. "We did it together. Our teamwork made us strong." Korak added, "Humans and Xyrans can accomplish great things when united. This victory shows the power of friendship." As the buzz of the crowd continued, Alex reflected on how far they had come. They had started as underdogs, laughed at and doubted by many. Now, they stood victorious, having proven themselves in front of the galaxy. Later that evening, a grand celebration was held. The Xyran community hosted a feast, welcoming humans and aliens alike. Dishes from various cultures filled the tables, showcasing the beauty of diversity. Laughter and music filled the air, creating a warm, joyous atmosphere. Alex found himself surrounded by friends, both human and Xyran. Korak clinked glasses with him, "To our victory, and many more adventures." Maria chimed in, "And to new friendships that will last a lifetime." As they toasted, Alex felt grateful for the journey they had taken. They had not only shown their strength in sports, but had also broken barriers between their races. Amid the celebration, Alex noticed a group of Krakens watching from a distance. Instead of hostility, there was respect in their eyes. It was a powerful moment, signaling that change was possible. After the feast, Alex approached the Kraken leader, a massive figure with a proud stance. "Your team played well. It was an honor to compete against you," he said, extending his hand. The Kraken leader looked surprised but accepted the gesture. "You fought bravely. Perhaps we can learn from each other in the future." That night marked a new beginning. As the stars twinkled above, Alex realized they had created not just a victory, but a bridge for future cooperation and friendship. The laughter of aliens, humans, and Xyrans filled the air, symbolizing unity and diversity. In the days that followed, stories of their victory spread across the galaxy. The human Xyran team became ambassadors of goodwill, inspiring others to come together despite differences. The tournament had not just been about winning. It had opened doors to new possibilities. The bonds they formed would pave the way for future collaborations, fostering understanding between different races. As Alex and his friends prepared for their next challenge, they knew their journey was just beginning. Together, they would face whatever awaited them, united in their purpose and strength. With hearts full of hope, they looked ahead, ready to embrace the adventures that lay in the stars.